In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing my new lights.
Okay, so we're going to be reviewing my new lights. As you can see, I lied in my last video. I actually decided to go with two AI 52 HDs. Now these lights are not new per se, but they're new to me. They were used 6 months. I was actually sold them by a fellow reefer on Reef to Reef. And I was also sold the mounts. I still have a little bit of wiring to do, but overall, I'm very, very pleased with my choice. I'm glad I was patient, and I went with the 52s. I'm just going to real quick give you a look with my coral lens on it. So, this lens helps show a little bit less of a blue. This is a little bit less blue than what it looks like to me in person. It's a little bit bluer than this, but you get the general picture, as you can see. Oh, maybe not. Knocks out some of the blues in the light. And you can see my yellow tang showing off there. Yeah, and I just wanted to kind of go over some things in the tank I didn't go over before when the lights were off. As you can see, I still have the same setup for my power heads, right like this. And I'm very pleased. You can see the flow. I did make one adjustment. I actually increased the flow coming out of my return. It's still very, very quiet. As you can see, that's where I run my flow just about. But yeah, I'm very happy with the amount of flow coming out of there. I was having some issues with temperature and just kind of controlling the temp, of the tank because my flow was so low. So, after doing some reading and some research, I finally decided I would pump it up, and I'm now running my Eflux 1900 gallon per hour at about, I'd say 65%. So definitely a dramatic improvement. I see, better improvement in the fish and their activity and just better overall tank health. So again, here it is with the core lens on. Here it is with it off. A little more blue, but like I said, I'll be continuing the rest of the video with the light on. So they are 4 puck lights. I believe they are 130 watts a piece or so. I can post a link to my lighting schedule, but essentially I'm following one of the signature series ones, Leon Tron. That's actually one from the Philippines. I'm following his lighting schedule, so we have the lights peak up during the day and gradually decline down, and then a little spike of blue at the end, just so I can enjoy all blues till I go to bed. So we have the 2 Hydra mounts, which are very nice. I have had 26s before. I was a little disappointed with the spread, and I think on a 4-foot tank, these 8 pucks are going to provide plenty. I might even have to turn them down. Who knows? So here's my yellow tang, looking very good. See if I can track him a little bit for all you movie nerds. Tracking. Here's my Wyoming white clown. I do have some conchs that came over from the 250 and are doing really well. As you can see, I have about an inch of sand, and I use the Carob Sea. I used a mixture. I used some dry sand and some of their aragonite. It helps save a little bit on cost, but also you don't need that much live sand. I cycled many tanks and none of them use that much live sand. Now the only coral I currently have, oh, here's my other conch. Don't want to let him off. He's going to work as well. There he goes. The only coral I have is this plate right here, which actually looks really good on camera. He's not very puffy, doesn't have a ton of color, but I did rescue him. When I took down my 180 gallon tank about 1.5 years ago, I gave that to my dad. He has a nano tank, and he was taking care of it. And he pretty much killed it and bleached it, but it somehow survived and lived in my 250. Then it lived in a quarantine tank, only getting window sunlight for a few weeks until this tank. And this will probably be its permanent home from now on. I'm not getting rid of this tank anytime soon. This is my tank for a while, a couple years at least. And yeah, unless I win the lottery. If I win the lottery, then I'm building a big one. So yeah, overall, very impressed. Absolutely no shadows in the tank, other than, one's created by rock structures, but it really highlights what I was going for with my rock structure. A lot of the Red Sea Reefer builds I see have really like small, low little rocks, and I don't really understand why. This isn't like me piling rocks. Some of these are cemented together, some are movable. I have a few movable pieces, such as this piece right here. This guy can come right off, be moved wherever I want, but all the other base pieces and such are all kind of set in place. I'm looking to try to get a par meter. I'm very interested to see what kind of par I'm getting, because at spots like that, it looks almost like the sun is touching the top of the rock. And they do put off a good amount of heat. I mean, even down here, I can feel a little bit of a temperature difference. So they're definitely powerful. If anybody's questioning the power of them, absolutely, they're extremely powerful. I'm extremely satisfied. I got a very good deal. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot one guy. I do have one turbo. Right here, he's on call right now. He's getting his work done, getting the tank clean, because tomorrow is Reefer-palooza. So I will be coming out with a Reefer-palooza video, oh, come on. Okay, focus camera. I'm going to be making a Reefer-palooza video, just going over what I got. I'm going to try to get some clips of Reefer-palooza. Who knows? It gets very crowded and they're very hot, so we'll see if I actually get anything. But I definitely will be posting that soon, so look forward to that. But yeah, very satisfied. The lights look a little off-center. It's hard to perfectly center them, but they are as square and as center as they can be with each other. But yeah, I'm very happy overall. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.